Today's game is brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Assured Partners, Legends American Grill, Jensen Ford, Sports Plus, Sports Medicine, Edward Jones, Zach Wall, Capone and Brown, Wayward Social, Zeno's, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Tense Appliance and TV, Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown Community College, The Embers, Marshalltown, Bruin Manufacturing, Ken's Transmission, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill, Top Crafters, Marshalltown Hy-Vee. It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Inbounds is misplayed. Dalen Houston's going to come up with it. Takes it on a fast break. It's good. Kicks out wide open three. It's good as it rattles in for Drake Capayu.
Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
24 hours after the Bobcats snuck away with a win last night right here inside the Roundhouse. They're back at it tonight against the Hoover Huskies. Good evening, I'm Brandon Lewis with Mr. Rogers to my right. He's got his cardigan on tonight and the big frames. He's looking good as always. It's the one and only Dylan Dones. Dylan, this is a matchup here tonight against a very good Hoover squad that we expect to see. A little bit of up and down the floor action. A little more high scoring than last night, probably.
Yeah, I believe so. This Hoover team, well coached, great point guard in Chase Henderson, and they can shoot the basketball. Tie that all up in a bow. They don't turn the ball over. The Bobcats may have their paws full here tonight.
49-39, the final score from last night inside the Roundhouse. A little bit of uninspired basketball. The opponent coming in was just 2-7 in Cedar Rapids Jefferson last night. So you look at this game here tonight, you know that they're going to be playing up. They're against a 5-2 squad in the Hoover Huskies and an Iowa Alliance Conference matchup here tonight.
Yeah, you look at our history, even with Hoover. We haven't beat Hoover outside of a forfeit since the aughts. It's been a while. So The Bobcats last night, uninspired as being kind. It was a putrid ball game last night. Still came away from 10, but Coach Apple talked about how angry the Bobcats were with their effort at the end of that ball game.
Meanwhile, the ladies winning right now 42-25 inside the Roundhouse against Hoover. So looking like the ladies going to pick up their second victory of the season. We'll talk to Coach Brian Murphy coming up at halftime of the boys' game. A lot coming up on our countdown to tip-off here tonight on KFJB-TV. Coming up, we will get to our area scouter, our area opponent matchups, our scouting report on the Hoover Huskies, plus we'll have our pregame chat with head coach Michael Apple. This is the countdown to tip-off right here on your home for the Cats. It's News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM, and of course streaming on KFJB-TV.
In your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com. Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines. How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
That's right, Super Tuesday here on KFJB-TV and KFJB. Happy to have you along here tonight. We'll have Jeff Brooks back at the KFJB studios giving us score updates throughout the night. It's time for a key area opponent matchups, all brought to you by Brown Shoe Fit in Marshalltown. Well, it's Super Tuesday around the area and some good games to choose from.
Yeah, some good games, a little fuller slate from last night's Monday night. But tonight, Ottumwa, after a 1-point loss to Burlington, travels to Ames. That should be a good matchup. Des Moines East and Fort Dodge together, while Mason City will go down to Des Moines and take on Des Moines Lincoln. Des Moines Roosevelt will take on Friday's opponent, Waterloo East. East Marshall has to travel to Applington-Parkersburg. Applington-Parkersburg, top 1 or 2 team, depending on what rankings you look at. Great team. BCLUW has Collins-Maxwell. Gladbrook-Rhinebeck travels to 0-10 Columbus Catholic. Olwines at Grundy Center, and North Tama travels down to Meskwaki.
Coming up next on our countdown to tip-off, we will look inside and get a preview of the Hoover Huskies with our preview. And it's all brought to you by the Scouter Report, Brewing and Manufacturing. That's ahead next right here on the countdown to tip-off on KFJB-TV.
Shoe Fit in Marshalltown, you can find the right shoe for every occasion with a wide variety of top quality brands. Brown Shoe Fit carries the finest in footwear for both men and women with a large selection of athletic, dress, comfort, work boots, and European footwear, carrying multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert, friendly staff is available to give you a personalized experience and find the right shoe for your needs. Stop in today at Brown Shoe Fit, 10 East Main Street in downtown Marshalltown.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you to understand today's financial landscape and how to be positioned for the long term. Edward Jones can give you the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back inside the Roundhouse here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. We invite you to come out on Thursday night and join us for Bobcat Live. We'll talk girls and boys bowling. We'll also talk girls and boys basketball at Zeno's in downtown Marshalltown. Show runs from 6 to 7. We'll be there right around 5 or so, getting all set up and ready to go. So if you want to come out, grab some pizza and join us for the show, we'd love to have you there. Really hoping for a full crowd as you support your Bobcats and Bobcat athletics. All right, let's jump into our scouting report, all brought to you by Bruin Manufacturing. This is a Hoover squad. They're not deep, but they're very good.
Yeah, they're quite good. Courtney Henderson has a really good squad. They sit at 5-2, and you know the best thing you can tell about a player or say about a player is they play like a coach on the court. Well, this Hoover squad is led by the coach's son at point guard. Chase Henderson is all that is advertised, averages over 24 points a game, almost 6 assists, and he's played Lincoln twice, led by their point guard Cavill, who's one of the best point guards in the state, and in those 2 games combined, Henderson's almost scored 30 points a game. He is the real deal. Shoots it with efficiency from the 2, but also shoots over 50% from the 3. But it's not a one-person team. They aren't deep, but they are skilled. You look at Eli Voss, senior 6'4" forward, shoots the ball well from outside, but also averages 12 rebounds a game. Yes, that's 12 rebounds a game. They shoot it as a team almost from 40% from the 3, but there's even some familiar names, Brandon, that we've seen from different teams here in the 4A that they have on their team this year.
Yeah, Malachi Johnson-Bassey, he's averaging 7 points per game. He was a key contributor at Mason City last year, and now he's playing at Des Moines Hoover. Another guy that we saw making an impact last year for Des Moines Lincoln was Marquise Harvey Bell. He's yet to register a bucket this year. He is just a sophomore, but on this Hoover squad. So, yeah, they are a team that I think maybe later in their year they're going to start to show maybe a little more depth than what they're showing right now.
Yeah, they really can. What he hasn't shown on the scorebook, he's a 6'7" sophomore, so he adds some length to that. Yep. But you look at some others as well that they can shoot at. What I've always appreciated about Bassey and those Mason City teams, you knew you were in a fight regardless of Mason City's effort, and it's because of Bassey. He was always all across the court. Marshalltown's going to have to operate at the highest level here tonight because this Des Moines Hoover team will shoot the 3, and they won't turn it over, and that's a recipe to win on the road.
I think it's a little bit of a different challenge than we've seen this year. Yep. Reminds me a little bit going back to Lincoln. You know, a team that's probably going to want to get out, run a little bit more. They're going to be a team that's going to challenge you in transition buckets. And I think if the Bobcats come out and play like they did last night, they're going to get run out of this gym. Yep. But if they play like they have early on in the season, I think they can hang right in there. It's just a matter of fact of what team shows up. Another difference for the Bobcats tonight, they will get the services back of course, Prince Jala, who is a key cog right there, not only on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, especially on the glass, where he's been a very good rebound machine.
Yeah, what we've seen from Prince all year, when he comes off that bench, if the offense is stagnant, it's a quick couple buckets. He can get it off the bounce. He can get it on that second chance bucket. He can block a shot on one end and be a one-man fast break. Last night, that wasn't there. No one came off the bench to be able to be that spark plug, and the Bobcats just struggled all night long. Prince has to be Prince for the Bobcats to be able to take on Hoover tonight.
Another thing that we heard Coach talk about in the postgame, we talked about it during the game last night, just Dalen Houston. I know he has taken huge strides this year, but at times he's got to be a little more in command of the situation. That's something we saw out of Drake Capello, who hit 5 threes last night, as being more in control of the situation, maybe being a little more selfish, and good things came to him on George Funk Court last night.
Yeah, Dalen really, and Coach talked about it, in the second half they really focused on getting Dalen the ball. So as we were talking to Coach, that has to be Trey and Carter at that point guard level has to look for Dalen. The coaches have to reiterate that, and then Dalen just has to demand the basketball. Yeah. Dalen is so good and such a good team player, he wants to defer sometimes. He needs to just go get his sometimes, and tonight he needs to establish his dominance.
Well, last night the Bobcats got back their point guard. He was out for 2 games last week, but back last night he made a huge impact as Trayshawn Brooks, 2 points, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds out of the point guard spot. That was a huge difference maker last night in that win over Cedar Rapids Jefferson, 49-39. Coming up in a little bit, we will get you tip-off from inside the Roundhouse between the Hoover Huskies and your Marshalltown Bobcats. This is the countdown to tip-off right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB.
Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business founded in Marshalltown, Iowa, and have a unique approach to plastic injection moldings with our own custom in-house tool shop. Since 1949, Bruin Manufacturing has provided injection molded plastic parts for construction, industrial, agriculture, medical, sports, and recreational purposes. We are an industry-leading manufacturer of precision plastic components. To learn more about Bruin Manufacturing, visit our website at bruinmfg.com. Bruin Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Marshalltown Bobcats.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Golf doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full-swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from, visit wanderingcreekgolf.com for more information.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Welcome back into our Cat Connection right here on KFJB-TV, all brought to you by Top Crafters. Junior Aniston Borsch with us here for the Marshalltown Bobcats. So far in the junior season, we've seen you guys out there being competitive. I know this is a younger team, but how kind of reinvigorating is that to know that you've got a lot of ladies who are invested and want to be part of a building program?
I think it's good because it's always best to start at a young age for something. So I think we have good chemistry on the court, so that's really good. I think we're going to do really well this year with everything.
And being in your junior season, you've got other juniors that you're playing alongside as well as, Maya Moore, Sarah Huffman, just to name a couple of those. So, being able to play with that group, how long have you been playing with them, and how much does that kind of help you grow as a teammate?
This is actually my second year, I'd say. I did other sports with them, but this is my second year playing on the court for basketball with them for sure. But so far, it's really good. I really like it, actually.
Mm-hmm. So, biggest place in the past couple of years that you've seen your basketball game grow?
The ref time it happened was 8th grade when I started, so I've definitely achieved the many goals that I've wanted to since 8th grade to junior year. So that's good.
What kind of goals do you have going forward?
I just want to hopefully work as a team well. Overall, I just want us all to do good. But for myself, I'd maybe get some points on the board for myself and work on my dribbling and guarding for sure.
What's it like to be able to work with head coach Brian Murphy, and what kind of things has he helped you grow in?
I really like his coaching. I like if you do a mistake, he doesn't criticize you. He helps you step by step throughout the way, so I like how he's always there for you. It's really good.
That's awesome. Yeah. What's it like to manage everything? Not only the games, but practices, you got homework, all that kind of stuff.
It's definitely hard, but if you want to win the game, you got to be a student before an athlete. So definitely, it's hard to balance, but it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. You got to make yourself be able to even be on the court, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Aniston Borsch with us here for the Marshalltown Bobcats. That's your Cat Connection. All brought to you by Top Crafters, of course, in Marshalltown, providing quality countertops for decades. This is Bobcat Athletics right here on KFJB-TV.
Are you looking for an affordable way to update the look of your shower or vanity top? At Top Crafters, we offer more than just countertops. The possibilities are endless with custom and standard shower bases and panels. Wilson Art's innovative wall panel system and the Onyx collection both make custom showers easy. These systems are beautiful, durable, and made in the USA. Top Crafters also has a huge selection of laminate, solid surface, quartz, and granite. for your next project, stop into our showroom at 811 Iowa Avenue West in Marshalltown.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back into the Iowa Kitchen Company pregame chat with head coach Michael Apple on the countdown to tip-off. Coach, right back here, 24 hours later, you get going. Fresh off a win against Cedar Rapids Jefferson last night. 10-point win. I knew there were some things you weren't happy with, but the nice thing about tonight is you get to reset and get after it against a very good Hoover squad here tonight.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's a short turnaround here, so we got to just understand and learn from that game last night and be ready to go tonight.
3A versus 4A. You guys are 1-0 versus the 3A opponent in the Newton Cardinals earlier this year, but you can kind of throw that out here tonight in an Iowa Alliance Conference matchup. It's 5 really, really solid guys on that starting lineup for the Hoover Huskies, and of course it's all led by Henderson, their guard, who just does a lot of really good things, as well as Elijah Voss. We saw them a couple of years ago when you two teams met back in 2021, so a very challenging matchup here tonight.
Yeah, it is. You know, he's an elite level guard. You know, one of the best in the state. Has the ability to score it, kind of all three levels on the floor, and you know, just a really good player. And then Voss as well. So there's just two tough guys. You got to really make it tough on them, try and limit the touches, and just, you know, be all over them every time they get it, and make it hard, and you know, see if some of those other guys can you know, score it for them.
Seems like they're a fairly decent perimeter shooting team. You know, maybe not the best at the free throw shooting line. Is that a strategy of yours? Maybe get them at the line and hope for some misses, or I guess what's your plan of attack?
Yeah, it's always, you know, something you look at if it's a close game at the end, and just understanding who we could foul and so forth. But you know, the one thing that stood out to them is they shoot it really well from three. You know, Henderson shoots it at 50%, or I think even higher than that. Voss shoots it at 50. Number 11 shoots it over 50. I mean, that's pretty high at the high school level. So we got to be ready to contest, get there and on the catch, and be ready to guard them.
You know, when you face off against a team that you know has a little bit of a short bench, and which Hoover does, what's the strategy there? Is it to try to get those guys in foul trouble, or what's the mindset?
Yeah, we have to be aggressive. I think overall, just from our game last night, we got to be a lot more aggressive to the hoop, get it inside. You know, drive, penetration, just sitting in lane more. We don't need to settle all the time for open jump shots, especially, you know, when you got some guys, like you said, if they don't have quite the bench, you know, try and get them in some foul trouble and put them in a situation where they have to play some guys that don't play a ton.
You know, last night you were without Prince Jala, and it showed out there, that aggressiveness, because he's such a physical presence inside, not only scoring the ball from deep inside on the block, but also rebounding-wise too.
No, he's obviously somebody we missed last night, especially if they're going to zone us. He's a guy you can kind of throw up in the high post there, and he's going to catch it, and if you don't come at him, he's going to score it at the rim. So between that and the rebounding and you know, everything else he does for us, we're just glad he's back tonight, and we're ready to, you know, back in the lineup and ready to go.
Maybe I'm mistaken, but it seems like you have faced more zone defense this year than in the past.
Yeah, you know, I think especially since kind of Christmas break when Ames came out and did that, and then you saw it from North as well, and then, you know, obviously last night. So since break, that's all we've really seen as of late. So you know, we're learning from that, and we're learning how to, you know, where the ball needs to be, and just a little more patience, and you know, that's something we just need to continue to improve on and be ready if a team wants to zone us.
Well, you guys beat that zone, and it came up big because Drake Capeyu hit 5 last night, and the ball movement was good in that. Is that the key to breaking against a 2-3 zone defense, is that ball movement?
Ball movement, hit the high post, hit the short corners, attack, be aggressive. You can still post up in a zone. We really struggled with that concept last night. So those are all things our guys are really learning and understanding, and we're just showing them ways to make it a little easier at times.
Yeah. Good luck against the Hoover Huskies.
Yeah, thank you.
It's an Iowa Alliance Conference matchup here tonight inside the Roundhouse. Tip-off coming up in a little bit. We will get your starting lineups coming up. That is our pregame chat with Coach. All brought to you by Iowa Kitchen Company of Marshalltown. This is Bobcat Basketball right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Excellent service and lasting relationships are just a few things we are proud of at Iowa Kitchen Company. We value our customers, and when it comes to designing a new kitchen, bathroom, or office space, we want our customers to get the results they're looking for. We provide quality cabinetry, craftsmanship, and design with endless finishes and styles to choose from. Let Iowa Kitchen Company guide you through your next project. Visit our showroom today at 811 Iowa Avenue West in Marshalltown, or visit our website at iowakitchenco.com.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Pence Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Pence Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. The city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Marshalltown, more than ever. Assured Partners, power through partnership. Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse. Jensen Ford, with you every mile along the way.
62-34 in the girls' game as the Bobcats will get their second victory of the season here tonight. Welcome back in to the countdown to tip-off here on KFJB News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and as well as on KFJB-TV. Streaming on Facebook as well as 1230KFJB.com and our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. It's that easy, and you can watch each and every game on the big screen. Well, a final score as the girls win it 62-34. Big victory at home here tonight, their second one of the season, Dylan.
Yeah, something in the Capeyu household. Last night, Drake had 16. Tonight, his little sister, Sydney, had 14. Looked good from both inside out. Bobcats led this one by double figures almost the whole second half.
Yeah, it was a great win for head coach Brian Murphy. We'll talk to him and get his thoughts coming up at halftime of the guys' game here tonight. Speaking of the guys, here they come out on the floor as the Hoover Huskies and the Marshalltown Bobcats will get tipped off in 15 minutes from now. All right, let's get to our starting lineups for tonight's. First off for the Hoover Huskies. Their starting five looks like this behind head coach Courtney Henderson out of the Iowa Alliance South. They're 5-2, 4-1. In conference play so far this season, averaging nearly 62 points a game, giving up 55 points per game. A very good shooting team outside the perimeter at 40%. Number one, Elijah Voss, 16 points per game, 11.6 rebounds per game, a 6'4 senior. These two teams met last in January of 2021, so it's been a couple of years. In that game as a sophomore, Voss had 15 points. His teammate, as you see there on KFJB-TV, Chase Henderson will get the go here tonight. He's averaging 23.9 points per game. A couple years ago, he had 13 points as a sophomore against the Bobcats. He's a 6'1 senior guard, the coach's son, as Dylan alluded to, and a very good basketball player at that. Abe Voss, averaging 6 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, a 6'3 sophomore and a guard. Malachi Johnson-Bassey, who was at Mason City last year, a 6'3 senior, comes in here making an impact. 3 rebounds per game, 7 points per game, and shooting it at 46% from behind the three-point arc, and a senior on this squad. Emmanuel Fonde, 4 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, a 6'4 senior, a forward, kind of that center spot. So that's the starting lineup for the Hoover Huskies here tonight. Of course, we talked a little bit about it, but obviously it's both the Voss and the Hendersons making a big deal right there for the Hoover Huskies in their scoring.
Yeah, definitely so, and they're going to be efficient being able to hit it from inside out. Even Malachi Johnson-Bassey's hit 10 threes this year. They're going to look at it. Everything's going to ebb and flow by Chase Henderson. He's going to kind of be the puppet master for this Hoover offense.
Now for your Marshalltown Bobcats, they are 15th in Class 4A as you look at the standings and the rankings on Varsity Bound. 8-2 on the season, 1-1 overall out of the Iowa Alliance North behind fifth-year head coach Michael Apple. Bobcats are 4-1 right here on their home floor. Their starting lineup here tonight, it'll be number 1, Carter Gianetto, 7 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, 2.6 assists per game, and a junior at 5'10". Last night he had 10 points against Cedar Rapids Jefferson, and thought he had a nice game last night, made a couple big threes in the first half.
Yeah, I think over the last couple of weeks, I think his game, I'm more and more excited about it. He's starting to score at all 3 levels, in the paint, in the mid-range, and behind the 3, while still playing some pretty good point guard. Has stepped up the defensive intensity a little bit as well.
Yeah, I have seen that improvement on the defensive side. Number 3, Trayshawn Brooks, who came back into the starting lineup last night. A 6-foot junior. He had 2 points, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. A really good game to get back into it last night. Trayshawn Brooks, 7.4 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.8 assists per game. That's 7th best in Class 4A coming into this one. Number 11, Braden Weatherly, kind of the do-it-all guy, as he'll mix it in there defensively, plus give you a few buckets. He had a 3 and a 2 last night. He had 5 points against Jefferson, a 6'3 senior, averaging nearly 4 points per game and 3 rebounds per game. Number 30, Drake Capeyu, a 6-foot senior, averaging 9.8 points per game, 3.7 rebounds per game, a couple of assists per game. His free throw percentage has dipped at 78%. Made 5 threes last night, but obviously only made, I believe he went 1 of 4, I believe, at the free throw stripe last night. So anyway, one of those things where we hope to see Drake kind of even out here by the end of the season.
Yeah, we both talked about it last night. He came out aggressive last night. I'd love to see that same intensity from him, that same aggressive nature on the offensive end. Took 11 shots last night. Coach has been saying this for all 4 years Drake's been on varsity, is I wouldn't mind him shooting 13, 14 shots. Really, you want Drake to shoot that ball at least 10 times a night. He's that good a shooter.
16 points and 2 steals last night against Jefferson. Rounding out the lineup, number 34, Dalen Houston for the Marshalltown Bobcats, a 6'4 junior, 7th in Class 4A in rebounds per game at 8.9 rebounds per game and 14 points per game. Dalen Houston, 13 points, 8 rebounds, nearly got his 5th double-double of the season last night for the Marshalltown Bobcats. That is your starting 5 for the Cats, averaging 58.9 points per game. That's 17th best in Class 4A. But really where I like the way the direction has gone recently is the rebounding category. Cats are 13th overall in Class 4A, averaging 30.5 rebounds per game. Assists per game, 12.4. That's 20th in Class 4A. So doing some really nice things. And I think that, you know, if everybody's healthy and things continue to improve, those categories will only get better.
Yeah, especially on that rebounding level. Last night, without Prince playing in the first half, they were terrible on the glass. Lots of second chance opportunities for Jefferson. In that second half, Bobcats did a much better job and were able to extend and win by double digits.
Well, the Marshalltown Bobcats getting warmed up against the Hoover Huskies. Tip-off coming in about 9 minutes from now. We'll take a quick timeout. You're locked into the countdown to tip-off right here on your home for the Cats. It's News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM and KFJB-TV.
Choose Marshalltown Community College for your education.
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
earning my AA degree, and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Rogelio Soren and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
We're counting it down to tip-off tonight inside the Roundhouse as the Bobcats and the Hoover Huskies match up in an Iowa Alliance matchup between the North and the South here tonight. Let's take a look at our what to watch here tonight that Dylan's keeping his eye on against the Hoover Huskies.
Yeah, really for the Bobcats it comes down to will history repeat itself? Hoover has owned this matchup. They have been able to really impose their will against the Bobcats here tonight. I'm really looking for the Bobcats can't just sleep on it. This is not a game they show up, they win, as they tried to do last night. They have to intentionally go after, make sure that history does not repeat itself here tonight. And then on Hoover, it's all about the high-speed chase, right? It's Chase Henderson going 65 and a 55 up and down the court. He has been special. I think he's one of those kids, and we see it quite a bit. We'll see these diamond in the rough, maybe at a Waterloo East, maybe at a Hoover, that isn't at a Waukee Northwest, isn't at a Waukee, where you get all the publicity from a statewide. This is a kid that is as good as any point guard in the state, and he really makes his team go. So as he goes, so goes Hoover. Bobcats are going to have to limit him from not just scoring, but from creating for his teammates.
Yeah, since 2009, the Bobcats are 1-7 against the Hoover Huskies. So hopefully cut into that here tonight on their home floor inside the Roundhouse. We're about 7 minutes away from tipping things off inside the Roundhouse on George Funk Court. You're locked into the pregame show. Countdown to tip-off right here on your home for the Cats. News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM and on KFJB-TV.
The insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Hey Bobcat Nation, it's Corey Smith, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. Regional scoreboard update tonight, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and in West Des Moines. Well, final score from the girls' game tonight, 62-34, as the Bobcats get their second victory of the season. We'll talk to head coach Brian Murphy coming up after the game here tonight about that solid second victory of the season. Dylan, any scores that you have out there so far?
Yeah, we have Ames up on Ottumwa at the end of 3, 29-23. Applington Parkersburg took care of East Marshall 76-25. And Valley, number 4, upended number 9, Waukee Northwest, 58-28. Valley put it on them.
And UNI and Murray State matching up in Cedar Falls tonight. That's a pretty good matchup in college ranks as well, as Murray State a new addition to the Missouri Valley.
Yeah, that's a nice matchup. Steve Fromm coming back to the state of Iowa as he, of course, went back to Murray State, where he was before his time at Iowa State.
Yeah. So about 4 minutes to go here inside the Roundhouse. Student section getting all fired up. You see the pep band as well playing here at Marshalltown Roundhouse, as the Hoover Huskies also still getting warmed up. You know, for these two teams, they haven't really matched up in a couple of years. Yeah, there's some tape out there, obviously, and then obviously you go back a couple years ago, you got a little bit of a look at Henderson and some of the other guys, Voss, but it is challenging on a short week. You just played last night to get ready for a game like this, but that kind of comes as a blessing and a curse. You know, you just go out and play ball.
Yeah, it really does, and especially last night. I'm hoping and I'm anticipating last night nobody left here with a good taste in our mouth. We called the game and it wasn't pretty. Coach Apple coached the game. He wasn't happy with it. The team wasn't happy with it. Sometimes in games like that, it's just good. Come back the next day, get a win, flush that out of the system, just like the girls did. Did not play well last night. Came back, decisive victory. You can throw both of them away and look forward to Waterloo East after tonight.
Well, the Bobcats taking their final warm-up shots before we get the starting lineup as we see Prince at the free throw line taking his warm-up shots for the Bobcats here tonight. As one thing that we've seen for Prince Jala is his ability to feel out the presence of the defense, work that space, get those spin moves in because he is so tough to stop. And that's just that piece that they were missing last night, to get a good look here of Prince shooting at the line in our warm-ups.
Yeah, last night would have been a game last year if Prince wasn't playing. Armani Thomas would have had 25. We would have won by 20 just because Armani would have been able to break it down for his guy. We don't have that type of player unless Prince is on the floor, where Prince is able to take his guy off the bounce, even in a zone situation like Jefferson was playing last night, and it just became very stagnant basketball last night. The Prince shot in the arm should be a big deal here tonight.
Last question I'll ask you before we get ready to go for tip-off here tonight. Prince, before the break, was the sixth man coming off the bench. Out of the second half, he's been put into that starting lineup. Do you feel like he maybe is a little more uncomfortable than he was in the first half? Here tonight, he comes off that six-man kind of spot. He kind of more back to his comfortability level. I know he's battling a little bit of a hip injury as well. So.
Yeah, I'm two minds on that. I think what him coming off the bench benefits is when he comes off the bench, it's his time to shine. When he starts, you're like, okay, is Trey getting a shot here? Is Dalen getting a shot here? What are we doing here? And Prince is not a selfish player whatsoever. But when he comes in, he knows, all right, your job is to go score. So he's like a one-track mind coming off the bench, and he may be going up against a second-team player. If first-team players can't guard you, second-team definitely can't. So I think for the Bobcats as a whole, I think it's better with him as a sixth man because it makes that second unit very powerful on the offensive and defensive ends.
That is for sure. We're inching our way towards tip-off here tonight on George Funk Court inside the MHS Roundhouse. Tip-off is next when we come back right here on your home for the Cats for 100 years. It's KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
You're here for a blockbuster season. The home for Bobcat Athletics for 100 years. It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Dose alongside me, our producer, Zach Tomich tonight. Keith Stewart, as well as Jesse DeMeyer on camera one here tonight. We are happy to have you tuned in to our coverage here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. Jeff Brooks back at the KFJB studios, giving us scores throughout the night tonight. Big matchup inside the Roundhouse, as we've alluded to. 8-2 are the Bobcats. Hoover is 5-2, as these two teams match up for the first time in a couple of years. here tonight. The Bobcats are 1-0 versus 3A opponents, as the Hoover Huskies are 18th ranked in Class 3A. Marshalltown is 15th ranked in Class 4A in the latest varsity bound rankings. And these two teams with similar styles, but it seems like when you look at the Bobcats, they can kind of adapt to any style of play, and I think that's suited them well early on in the season, which has ran them to 8 wins so far.
Yeah, they really can. They are a threat from three-point land, where you have Carter Giannetto, you have Drake Capello, you have the bigs and Jackson Eisenbarth, Dalen Houston, and even Braden Weatherly at some point. But whenever you have Prince and Dalen, you can also score in the traditional on-the-block way, being able to be the muscle inside. And that really has helped the Bobcats because they also seek to defend first from that defensive side of the basketball.
A 3-win week can be huge for any team. And the Bobcats have the opportunity, but this is definitely one you got to get the job taken care of on your home floor, where the Bobcats are 4-1.
Yeah, they definitely, this is a big deal. This is a big game tonight. As you look at their schedule, Hoover is not a team to be trifled with. Bobcats come out, they play their game, they play up to the competition. I think we could come away looking good at the end of tonight.
The starting lineup's just about ready to get going here inside the MHS Roundhouse, as the Marshalltown Bobcats going to be announced coming up in just a matter of moments. They've got these big glow sticks here tonight inside the Roundhouse. Little ruckus inside the Roundhouse, as you see on KFJB-TV, as the student section gets their Marshalltown Bobcats ready to go for this game tonight.
It reminds you of your time at UNI in the rave scene. I've heard all about you.
Yeah, throwing the newspaper up into the air. Anyway, all that good stuff. This is, we've highlighted it in the past, but one thing I really enjoy out of the last year and this year is more of that creation of an atmosphere here inside the Roundhouse with the little ruckus in the Roundhouse.
Yeah, it's been a nice job. You always, kids always enjoy it. My youngest son wore his Ruckus at the Roundhouse T-shirt to school last week. It's one of his favorite T-shirts. Just gets everybody excited to come out and watch a really good Marshalltown Bobcats team.
Marshalltown Bobcats will be in their white tops and bottoms here tonight. Bobcats written across the front with blue letters outlined in red. Their new look uniforms this year. The Hoover Huskies will be in all green tops and bottoms with yellow numbers and lettering with Hoover written across the front of the uniforms. 8 minutes is on the scoreboard. We are good to go inside the Roundhouse as the Bobcats and the Huskies have their final meeting right before tip-off here tonight. Tipping it off for the Marshalltown Bobcats, Dalen Houston. 6'4" junior will get jumping here tonight for the Bobcats. Meanwhile, for the Hoover Huskies, out at center court for the jump will be Emmanuel Fonday, a 6'4" senior. So 2 6'4" guys going for the tip here tonight inside the Roundhouse.
It'll be interesting to see who gets Chase Henderson, if they start off with Trey, just that point guard on point guard matchup, or if they look at Drake Capello, who is traditionally our best perimeter defender.
Here we go. We are underway as Dalen Houston tips it into the backcourt. Trayshawn Brooks will track it down. He'll bring it in the front court across the Bobcat logo at midcourt. Weatherly around the perimeter. Back to Trayshawn Brooks. Right wing. Capello cuts off a screen. Nothing really there on a window for a pass. Brooks on the right wing drives into the free throw line. Up and under the defender. Passes back out to Houston. Now around the perimeter. They'll reverse it back to the near side. Capello near side corner. Dribbles out of it. Up to Brooks. Top of the key. Goes down the right side. He's going to put it off the glass and counted for 2 points. What a great way to start out the game for Trey Brooks. The Cats.
Trey loves to pass first early in the ball game, but I'd love to see him aggressive if he gets it into the lane. Great job by number 3.
2-0. Cats on top with 45 seconds gone inside the Roundhouse on George Funk Court. Hoover on the right side of your radio dial and your TV screen here on KFJB-TV. Right wing, Malachi Johnson-Bassey. Down low, they'll drop it inside and off the glass. The matchup, Houston can't stop them as Fonday gets his first bucket to answer. We're tied at 2 apiece in the first quarter here inside the Roundhouse.
Yeah, he drove Dalen right underneath the hoop. No chance for Dalen to block that shot.
Capello gets a screen from Houston, uses it, goes down the right side, spins around, feeds back to Weatherly. 3 left wing. He was hot in warm-ups, and he continues it into the game. He hit a 3 last night. He's got one early here. It's 5-2 Cats with a minute and a half gone inside the roundhouse.
Yeah, number 11 does not lack in confidence. If he's open, he's going to pull the string.
Johnson Bassey, top of the key. Leaves it behind for Chase Henderson on the right wing. He's guarded by Capello. A switch there as the screen comes in. Capello seeds a little ground. It's up and under the bucket, finishing on the right side. Henderson is good for 2. It's 5-4, Cats on top by 1.
Yeah, that's a good move. Great body balance. Was able to use the rim as a protector and got it off the glass for 2.
Weatherly feeds it into Capello, posted up on the left block. 2 guys step in. He's going to trying to use the glass there as Johnson Bassey was guarding. No foul called. There was a little bit of contact back the other way. Henderson misses a short layup. He tried the finger roll, couldn't get it to go, but the offensive rebound, and Elijah Voss will pour it in from the left high post for 2, and it's a 6-5 lead now for the Huskies.
Yeah, initially good job getting back in transition, but could not get the rebound and gave up second chance points.
Capello almost lost the basketball out of bounds on the far sideline. Bobcats come to the near side. Back to Capello, top of the key. Around the perimeter of the far side. They go to Brooks in the far side corner. He dribbles out of some pressure. Oh, boy, a couple guys step off. A nice little slick move in the paint, and he splits the defenders for 2. He has 4 early on. It's 7-6. Bobcats up.
Very much Henderson is special, but Trey Brooks, if he's aggressive offensively, he's quite good himself.
Elijah Voss at the top of the key, guarded by Weatherly. Feeds to Malachi Johnson-Bassey. He'll try to get it into Fonde, who's posting up against Houston. Houston not ceding any ground. Good job defensively right there. The hook shot by Fonde is no good. Bobcats get the rebound. Outlet to Giannetto up the far side, over to Brooks at the top of the key. Bobcats set up their offense. Looks like pretty much a man-to-man here.
Yeah, they've gone man-to-man. The Bobcats have been really good off the bounce in this.
Shimmy and shake for Brooks. Tries to go up with it. A foul's going to be called inside. Either Elijah Voss or Fonde will get called for that one right there. As it looks like Emmanuel Fonde will pick up the foul, his first of the night, first team foul as well. And that will send Trayshawn Brooks to the line. But he has shimmy and a shake on the right wing.
Yep.
Drove in. They stepped in and fouled Trayshawn Brooks as he was going for the score. 2 free throws. And the first one will hit the front of the iron and roll in. It's good. Trayshawn Brooks setting to the line here tonight. 73% free throw shooter on the season.
And talking to Trey, he loves to be that pass-first point guard, kind of that Chris Ball style. But what you're seeing tonight is his athletic ability and tenacity. He can score the basketball.
9-6 the score now as Trayshawn Brooks hits both free throws. So great job right there by Trayshawn Brooks to knock both down and give the Bobcats back a 3-point lead. JaVale Johnson will check in for the first time tonight. The 6'4 senior is in for the Hoover Huskies. Henderson will now run the point. Comes up the near side right in front of the scorer's table. Gives it to Johnson Bassey. Now back to Henderson. 3 as he got a little bit of room away from Capello. He put a hand up. 3 is off the mark, and Brooks comes away with the rebound. Over to Capello, right wing. Henderson guards on him. Try to feed it inside to Prince Jala, who's checked in, but he's knocked off the ball. Not able to get it. Turnover on the Cats. And back to Hoover. Around the perimeter they go. Johnson Bassey drives inside. Jala blocks the shot. And here go the Cats as Brooks picks it up the near side. He'll get it. Huge play for Prince.
Yeah, got the crowd off their feet there. He's a big impact on the defensive end.
Capello, a smooth-looking shot, right side baseline from 16 foot out. It's good, and Capello has his first bucket of the night, and we see a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 11-6 is our score. Bobcats have the lead with 3:31 first quarter.
In your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Braden Weatherly and you're watching Marshalltown Basketball on KFJB-TV.
11-6 the score with 3:31 to go in the first quarter of plays. You take an inside look in the Bobcats huddle right there. Night and day difference, Dylan, as you alluded to during the timeout there between the Cats last night and tonight. A lot more energy.
Yeah, a ton of different energy as Hoover's playing that man-to-man. Bobcats offensively much more comfortable with that. Trey's being incredibly aggressive offensively to get to the rim. You see Prince come in quickly, make his presence known on the defensive side, and then Drake Capello playing great defense on Henderson and getting a bucket himself.
Yeah, that was a really nice block shot that Prince Jala had there. 11-6 the score as the Bobcats back on defensive side of things as Hoover goes to work in the front court. A post-up play as Jala will get in the air. He'll commit the foul as Emmanuel Fonde will drop in the bucket for two, and he'll go to line for a three-point play. And that's the first Bobcat foul of the night, and it's the first one on Prince Jala here in the opening quarter of play. 11-8 after the bucket is made right there at the 3:14 mark in the first quarter. Free throw by Fonde is up and no good, but Malachi Johnson-Bassey is in there to haul away the rebound offensively. Henderson takes it inside. He's bumped off his mark as he cut in from the left wing, and a foul is going to be called on Drake Capello. That'll be his first foul of the night. And Henderson, it is a shooting foul. He'll go to the line. Opposite of what the Bobcats want here tonight. They want to be forcing the issue foul-wise, but seems like Hoover early on here, they're the ones forcing the issue.
Yeah, Fonde is one. He's a big dude. He's a strong dude. And then he's also left-handed. And then you go Chase. Chase just drove it straight down the line, putting a lot of pressure on the Bobcat defense.
Henderson makes both free throws. It's 11-10 now in the first quarter with 3 minutes to go. Trayshawn Brooks just over the timeline. Feeds left, now feeds right.
And they've switched to a 1-2-2 zone.
That help defense in the far side corner trying to trap Houston, but dribbles out of it. And around the perimeter they'll go. They'll get it to Jala. Down to the left block. Two guys step in. Backdoor, they feed him. Houston lays it up and in. It is good for two. And that's a huge assist right there for Prince as he gets Houston his first bucket of the night.
Dalen did a great job of diving off that opposite side, presenting himself for a layup.
Three far side corner. It is pure right there. As Ramore Talbert has checked in, and he gets his first bucket of the season.
Looked like a pretty good stroke. That won't be his last bucket of the season.
Well, definitely will not. Turnover. Henderson, fast break, slams it home, and Hoover has the lead 15-13.
Yeah, terrible pass. Very, very sloppy and slow on Carter Giannetto, and that's been an issue for the Bobcats, just lackadaisical.
Bobcats get it to Prince. Prince up and under, draws the foul. It's back tied at 15, and a free throw to come for Prince, who picks up his first field goal of the night. As Prince Jala coming into this one, a 67% shooter from field goal range, and it's tied at 15 apiece with the free throw to come. Second foul of the. Actually,
yeah, it's second for Fonde.
Fonde. That's right, he's wearing 44 tonight. Alternate number is 33. So Emmanuel Fonde commits his second foul of the night. And Prince puts in the free throw, makes it the three-point play. Hoover into the front court. Fonde down low, loses the basketball almost as Jala is guarding him. Gets it to Henderson. Capello guarding on him. Henderson down the paint, and Jala gets the basketball, but they're going to call a reach-in foul on Drake Capello. Boy, I thought that was pretty clean defense. Took that ball away. Second foul of the night on Drake Capello, as that is a non-shooting foul, as the shot clock will reset with 35 seconds on it. With 1:21 to go, opening quarter of play, 16-15. Dylan Doze does not like the foul call right there.
Yeah, it looked clean. It's just Henderson went to the ground. Great hezzy by Henderson for
hesitation move, and then drives in as the Bobcats not ready to guard. 17-16. Hoover back on top as Henderson makes a slick play. He averages 24 points per game, 15th best in the entire state of Iowa.
Yeah, he's as good as advertised.
Yeah, that's all levels as Hoover plays at the 3A level. Bobcats at the 4A level, but really the talent they have on their roster doesn't mean a thing here tonight. Prince goes inside. Boy, that's Johnson Bassey. He's done that before as he played at Mason City last year. He knows what's up. And he stepped in forward a little bit late. I thought that was going to be a blocking foul, but no, it is a charge on Prince Jala, his first foul, or his second foul of the night.
Should be his second.
Yeah, scoreboard had it at first, but that should be his second. Cats are down by 1 to Hoover with 49 seconds to go in the opening quarter of play. Johnson Bassey has a little blood on his right elbow, and so he'll have to come out of the game here. Coming back in is Javel Johnson. Eisenbarth is checked in for the Bobcats. Giannetto, Trayshawn Brooks, Dalen Houston, and Braden Weatherly. 5 on the floor for the Marshalltown Bobcats. I'm not sure if there's a little blood on the floor as well, too. Both teams are going to huddle up. We'll take a timeout with them. 46 seconds to go in the first quarter right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Kale Sandvik and you're watching Marshalltown basketball on KFJB-TV.
17-16 the score as the Bobcats trail the Hoover Huskies with 46 seconds to go in the first quarter. Malachi Johnson Bassey had a little bit of blood on his elbow, and they are cleaning things up on the floor right now as Johnson Bassey took the charge from Prince Jala back on the other end of things, and so hit his elbow on the ground and did not know he was bleeding, and so they are cleaning that up on the floor as we see Brynjar Brynjolfsson, not only assistant coach, but master of the custodial arts as well.
That's a dual threat right there. You know, you talk about Randall Cunningham back in the day of Michael Vick, or Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson can both run and throw. It's the same thing. Same athleticism needed.
Mr. Rogers always with a hot take. You look very nice in your cardigan here tonight. You look very comfy as well.
That's right. Well, you want to make sure, you want to keep people guessing. Is he going to the library or is he going to the basketball game?
Both.
Exactly. I may do both.
17-16, Cats down by 1 as Marshalltown on the defensive end of things is Johnson Bassey. Has that elbow on his right elbow now taped up as he was bleeding. He's going to be ready to check back in. You can't check out and then have no play in the game and then try to check back in, so he'll have to sit out here until the next dead ball situation. Might come at the end of the quarter break. We'll see Henderson up high, guarded by Trayshawn Brooks now. A little bit of a switch there with Drake Capeyu with a couple fouls on him. Capeyu sitting out right now. Voss drives in against Houston, trying to get something, pushing around in the paint, back out to Henderson, top of the key. Brooks guarding on him, spin move. Henderson puts him in the cycle, and Henderson scores it for 2. He is nearly unguardable when he puts on those strong moves like that. Hoover back up by 3 with just about 10 seconds to go in the opening quarter of play.
Yeah, he's quite good. You almost have to run a second defender.
Final 2 seconds. Eisenbarth's got to get it off. And time runs out on the Bobcats. Misplayed the final 10 seconds there. They don't get off a shot. They take a 3-point deficit to the second quarter next right here on News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM and streaming on KFJB TV.
American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse. Ribeyes and sirloins, aged, hand-cut, and served with your choice of 2 of Legends' legendary sides and a dinner roll. If you are a prime rib fan, Legends has prime rib every Friday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m. With 3 sides to choose from, it's chef-seasoned and slow-cooked to tender, juicy perfection. Try Legends prime rib, and you'll know why it's Marshalltown's favorite. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Dalen Houston. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
19-16 the score at the end of the first quarter. Bobcats down by 3 to the Hoover Huskies. Regional scoreboard update all brought to you by Central State Bank.
Yeah, Roland Story is taking on South Hamilton. They find themselves ahead 22-9 at the end of one. Des Moines East, who Marshalltown saw earlier in the year, 19, Fort Dodge 12 at the end of one. Applington Parkersburg up 19-11 over East Marshall after one, and BCLUW up 15-6 at the end of one.
Elijah Voss, a quick pull on the trigger right there, a 3 on the near side quarter, and Hoover extends their lead 22-16 now inside the roundhouse with 20 seconds gone in the second quarter. Houston feeds back to Weatherly, 3. Got a second of the night on the left wing this time as Braden Weatherly, 2 threes, and the Cats back within 3 with 7:25 and counting second quarter.
Yeah, nice little teardrop from heaven. Nothing but net.
Spin at the right high post. Feed to Johnson Bassey. He goes in between 3 Bobcats, and a foul's going to be called. Count the bucket as Johnson Bassey puts in his first field goal of the night. And looking to make it a 3-point play with the field goal to come, a free throw to come, as the foul will be on Dalen Houston. So a team that we didn't think was going to be in major foul trouble tonight, the Bobcats, they are, as they come in with 13 fouls per game. Hoover Huskies with 16 fouls per game. As the free throw by Johnson Bassey is no good. Johnson Bassey is 64% free throw shooter coming in on the evening. Brooks out there on the left wing. 3, he'll pull up. Don't see him take a lot of threes, but Henderson ceded a little bit of room. 3 is no good. Rebound clear out to Henderson. He brings it up. Brooks guarding on him. Hesitation move. Drives baseline, kicks out. Left wing, now a drive and a hesitation by Abe Voss. And boy, Hoover Huskies just executing their offense to a T right now, up by 7.
Yeah, Bobcats are trying to get out of this half without having to play Capeyu or Prince again. Well, we'll see if that works.
It probably will not, as the Bobcats almost turned it over right there on a bad pass from Dalen Houston. Cats keep it, though, in the front court. Giannetto kicks out to Brooks. Brooks drives in, kicks over to Houston. Houston, 3 is good, but they're going to call Brooks for a charge as he passed it and then ran over a Hoover Husky, as Brooks will pick up his first foul of the night. That is already the 6th team foul, and it is into the bonus for the Hoover Huskies on the next foul from here on out in the first half.
That is a tough deal for the Bobcats. Wiping 3 points off the board.
Henderson brings it up on the near side over the Bobcat script. Good hustle for Eisenbarth. He almost got the turnover, but they pass it up court. Giannetto picks the pocket of the Hoover Huskies. They feed it back to Henderson right down the heart of the paint and slams it. And Dalen Houston again on that right knee. He's going to run all the way to the locker room right by the trainer, so not great right there.
That stinks. Bobcats are in trouble right now, down 9, have not been able to get anything going offensively, and now with no Dalen Houston, where will the offense come from?
Capeyu back into the game as he checked back in for Houston, who went running off to the locker room. Brooks dribbles to the free throw line, feeds to Giannetto's going to come up short on the 3. Rebound to Hoover, clear out to Henderson. Boy, they run quick, that is for sure. They're not a deep team, but whoever's out there, they're running hard and playing hard. And a lot of talent out there, especially with Chase Henderson, who averages 24 points per game. And already in this first half, off to a good start with 12.
Dalen emerged from he's coming back onto the bench, so he looks to be okay.
Voss drives in, fades back from the left block, and Elijah Voss with another good bucket inside. He has 7 in the game, and it is 30-19, an 11-point lead, largest lead of the game, as the Bobcats trailing the Hoover Huskies here in the second quarter with 4:42 to go before halftime. Join KFJB-TV each Thursday at Zeno's in downtown Marshalltown from 6 to 7. It's Bobcat Live. Come out, support MHS Bobcat athletes as we talk with players and coaches. On Thursday night this week, we'll talk girls and boys basketball. We'll also talk girls and boys bowling from Zeno's in downtown Marshalltown. Come out and support athletes. We really hope to see you there. Grab some pizza and enjoy the show. Coming up on Thursday, Dylan and I will be there as we hope to have you along. Inside look inside the Bobcat huddle there. Timeout was taken by head coach Michael Apple, Brynjar Brynjolfsson, Mark Hauser all looking on here as the Bobcats have Coach Apple drawn up a play here offensively. They've got to find some sort of an answer right now.
Yeah, they really do. Early on, Trey was able to get the basket for some points. Dalen has not looked for his shot offensively, and Prince, with those 2 fouls, is sitting on the bench. Bobcats have got to get points on the board, and beyond that, they've got to keep Hoover out of the lane. Chase Henderson and Eli Voss have been able to get wherever they desire.
12 for Chase Henderson in this first half as the Bobcats out of the timeout. Nearing the 4.5-minute mark in the second quarter. Giannetto left wing. Cross-court pass around the perimeter. Brooks now has it right wing. Gets a screen from Eisenbarth. He's open. Going to try his luck for a three. It's pure. Middle of the net right there, 30-22.
That's a really good job of the pick and roll, but it's a pick and pop. And Jackson lines it up, and it's true.
Back to an 8-point game. Voss now round to the top of the key. Back to Henderson. Taps the top of his head. Gets the play call. Going to set up a three for himself. Rebound Capeyu. Feed up court to Brooks. No numbers. He will challenge Henderson, though. Kicks it out Weatherly. Now back around the perimeter. The Bobcats go. They'll set it up at the top of the key. Give to Giannetto. Giannetto at the top of the key. Gives it back to Brooks on the right wing. Coach Apple barking out the signal and the play call right here for the Cats. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Bobcats will go to work. Eisenbarth, a high screen. They roll with it. Giannetto, free throw line jumper. Good shot for him. His first field goal of the night. And the Cats on a little bit of a run here. 30-24, down by 6.
Giannetto's really flashed on that mid-range game over about the last 3 weeks. Looked really good from the elbow.
Henderson passes to no one. Johnson Bassey over midcourt. It went into the backcourt. That's got to be an over and back. I don't know where that call was not coming sooner from that far side official. Got to be aware of that. The ball hit in the backcourt from Johnson Bassey's pass. Finally, they get it figured out. And the Bobcats on a 5-0 run here with 3 minutes to go before halftime. It's 30-24. Brooks at the top of the key, swings it right wing. That help defense here tonight for Hoover.
Yeah, it's that half-court trap.
Brooks dribbles out of a little bit of a pressure. Eisenbarth off of a screen, nothing doing in the near side corner, flips it back to the top.
3
Brooks
seconds.
has it. Free throw line jumper, skims off the iron. Johnson Bassey with the clear out. Rebound to Henderson. Voss trails. Elijah Voss, hands off. Now Weatherly tips a pass from Johnson Bassey to Voss, out of bounds into the Bobcat bench with 2:16 second quarter, 24 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Dalen's limping a little bit, but he's back out there. Coach talked a little bit like it's a jumper knee, not an injury, but just kind of something there that can be a little bit bothersome.
Well, it stems from a little bit of somewhat, not a medical diagnosis, but tendonitis in that knee. He's wearing one of those tendonitis bands on that left knee. Sometimes when that muscle gets a little bit loose, it causes pain in that knee and discomfort.
There you go, and those were words by Dr. Lewis. Thank you.
Well, I went through it, so I'm still going through it. Henderson spins, kicks out, and he is all over the place with his passes in the past minute. Not good looks on his passes. He's trying to create, I get that, but not good looks. With under 2 minutes to go, it's a turnover, and it's back to the Bobcats as that one went into the Bobcat bench, 30-24.
Bobcats have really settled down. Well, got the last 5. See if they can get another bucket here.
Houston gets a screen from Eisenbarth around the perimeter. Bobcats come back near side. Brooks with the basketball. There he opens up 3. Left wing, it's no good. Back of the iron, not able to get that one. Capeyu with the 3 from the left wing. Still a 6-point affair, and a difference as Hoover has the lead over your Bobcats. Green and yellow go to work with Voss at the top of the key. He's guarded by Houston. Hands it off to Henderson. Henderson will hold on to the ball at his waist with 14 seconds on the shot clock. And a timeout's going to be called. Courtney Henderson did not like the look right there, and a timeout will be called by the Hoover Huskies. Hey, coming up in our final game of the week on Friday night, as we'll be on the road at Waterloo East, we'll name our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill Player of the Week. Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill awarding a free pizza to the Bobcat Player of the Week. Of course, Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill, Marshalltown, open for dine-in or to go. Visit them pre or post-game. Georgia Jansen was our Player of the Week last week for the Bobcats. Tune in this Friday as we'll name it after the conclusion of the boys' game on Friday night. All right, things getting interesting. Still a 5-0 run. We've been about 2 minutes now on the clock without a bucket by either team. Kind of an interesting way to end this first half of action as Hoover has 12 seconds on the shot clock here on the possession.
Yeah, look to see this is going to be in Henderson's hands. See if either he's going to go one-on-one, try to get it to the lane. They've been playing 5 out to open up the driving lanes.
Johnson Bassey, right wing, feeds over to Voss. Guarded at the free throw stripe by Houston. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Henderson gets it off, but it hits the side of the backboard. That should be a shot clock violation, and yes, it is. So 50 seconds remain in the first half, and the Bobcats get another turnover on the possession right there. A huge one for the Bobcats as it gets it back a possession offensively to try to continue their 5-0 run right now.
Yeah, Trey's been really good defensively here in this second quarter. Henderson has 12 on the game, but only 2 here in the second quarter.
Dalen Houston gets a feed at the free throw line from Sarin. Cross-court pass over to Brooks on the right wing. Over to Sarin. Now back to Brooks, right wing. He'll drive in, kick. Eisenbarth, corner pocket 3. It is off the front of the iron, no good. Sarin, he's just always finding himself in a good spot to try to get that sneak in there and get that rebound. Almost did right there. Bobcats can't get it. Henderson will trot up the court with 22 seconds to go. Shot clock is off inside the roundhouse. Henderson dribbling around in a circle there. Trayshawn Brooks, you're right though, Dylan. He has done a very good job since him and Capeyu switched. Eisenbarth comes up high to help guard on him. Voss gets the feed. Errant 3. 5 seconds to go. Capeyu has it. Bobcats got to get a shot. Capeyu takes it himself. Shot was tipped, and I think Johnson Bassey got a piece of it. And we go the final 2 minutes of the first half scoreless. Bobcats ended on a 5-0 run to end the first half, though.
Yeah, they were able to get it to 6. Would have loved to see them get it to 1 possession, but they are within spitting distance when we get back for the second half.
30-24 at the break. Bobcats trail inside the roundhouse on a night where there's a lot of foul trouble early on for the Cats. They'll try to get that figured out at the break right here on your home for the Cats. It's News Talk 1230 KFJB AM, 93.9 FM, and KFJB-TV.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. Zach Wall, your Marshalltown Edward Jones financial advisor, is here to help you. He will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions, so he can help you achieve what's most important to you. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Welcome to the Halftime Report on KFJB-TV.
30-24 at halftime. Bobcats trailing the Hoover Huskies in that first half. Chase Henderson with 12 points, but Dillon, ever since the switch happened and Brooks started guarding him and Capello switched off of him, we've seen Henderson pretty much shut down since that point.
Yeah, Brooks has done a really nice job, and actually an unsung hero is when Jackson Eisenbarth was out there, he was able to hard hedge on a couple different pick attempts, knock away from Henderson. They had him at the end of the play, trap him to get the ball out of his hands. Much better effort defensively for the Bobcats there in the second quarter on Henderson.
Braden Weatherly, Trayshawn Brooks, both with 6. Those are leading scores for the Marshalltown Bobcats at the break, 30-24. Bobcat ladies got a win earlier tonight. We'll talk with head coach Brian Murphy when we come back here on the Halftime Report on KFJB-TV.
Never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college. Medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Sports Plus, Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, SportsPlusTherapy.com. Edward Jones, Zach Wall, your financial advisor in Marshalltown. Capon & Brown, your local premier Lennox dealer. Zeno's, a family tradition in Marshalltown for over 70 years. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, with quality furniture for every room in your home.
And we're back here with Coach Brian Murphy, the victorious Coach Brian Murphy, 62-34. And what we talk a lot about, what you talk a lot about, is one of the words is poise. And I thought tonight your victory was marked by the word poise.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a lot of girls step up, and we threw a lot of different lineups out there, a lot of different combination girls that haven't really played together. And overall, I thought no matter who we had on the floor, did a really nice job of collectively working, whether it's offense or defense, and getting each other on the same page.
And another P word that you often use is positionless basketball. We saw Sydney Capello able to get 14 points, was able to hit it from inside and out. Millie Heitman, 5'11", leading the head of that press. We saw Georgia Jansen even in some transition take it coast to coast. Where are you seeing some of the longer girls that you have on this team playing all over like you like to see?
Yeah, we've got a lot of versatility, and as a coach, sometimes it's kind of fun to get to play around with a little bit. So we really wanted to go big for this game, try to put some pressure on them early. So Georgia Jansen getting her first career varsity start, she did a really nice job for us. And the nice thing about that is once you start her and you've got Amaya that pushes Sydney out to the perimeter a little bit more. And, overall, all the girls did a really nice job responding because, like I said, we were throwing a lot of different lineups, a lot of different combinations together, and all of them did a really nice job of responding, again, both ends of the floor.
And what were your parting words to the ladies tonight at the end of the game?
Well, I mean, we knew this was a game that, we had circled. We knew coming in, this is a game we needed to take. So certainly we feel good about the win. But, as we look ahead to Waterloo East on Friday, they resemble Ames and Jefferson a lot more than they resemble Hoover. So it's a great win. We feel good about it. It's always good to get a win. Second win is always nice. And but ultimately, the next 2 days are where we got to really put some work in and make sure that we continue this momentum and don't fall back in bad habits.
Thank you, Coach, and we'll see you Friday. When we come back, it'll be the key adjustments to the second half.
Choose Marshalltown Community College for your education.
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. This city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. This city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
30-24 at the break. The Marshalltown Bobcats trailing the Hoover Huskies here tonight. It's time for our halftime adjustments, all presented by Ken's Transmission of Marshalltown. Cats ended the first half in a 5-0 run, but there was also no bucket scored the last 2 minutes of the first half. So a lot to be adjusted at the midway break.
Yeah, you'd probably call it a 5-0 walk in the park. It did not go fast. But, yeah, really the key adjustment comes to they've already made it defensively, but offensively it is get Dalen Houston involved. I feel like he has taken one shot tonight, no shots tonight. He has not been aggressive on that offensive end. I want to see the ball get to that free throw line into the post for Dalen Houston.
Yeah, he did have that one bucket. It was a nice feed, and it was assist from Prince Jala, but you're right. I mean, that's about it here tonight.
The layup there, and he had 1-3 wiped off due to a charge call. So, yeah, just not aggressive. There's a thing, let the game come to you, but sometimes you've got to take the game for yourself.
Halftime adjustments all presented by Ken's Transmission, your family-owned transmission experts. This is Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Ever seen what it takes to fix a transmission? It takes a lot of patience, a lot of experience, and a whole lot of talent. At Ken's Transmission, they have all the above. Family owned and operated with over 62 years of experience in all areas of transmission, keeping your vehicle shifting smoothly, and routine maintenance, repair, and replacement, including automatic and manual. For reputable service you can trust, Ken's Transmission. Ken's Transmission at 306 East Anson Street in Marshalltown is a proud sponsor of the Marshalltown Bobcats.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Drake Capello, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Marshalltown Bobcats will begin the second half with the basketball, trailing by 6. They ended the first half on a 5-0 run. We'll see if they can continue that here into the second half of action as Trayshawn Brooks with it on the right wing. He has it as he kind of looks around inside and then feeds it to Weatherly. Weatherly now gets it inside to Houston. Tough play right there off the glass. It's no good. Tries to get the rebound. Hits the deck. Can't come away with it. Henderson with the basketball. He's up court quickly. Feeds the right wing. Voss, quick pull on the trigger. 3, it's good. And boy, that is a way to start off the second half as Voss hits his second one of the game. Three-point land is Elijah Voss with 10.
Yeah, he was able to just set up shop, get it in rhythm, and knock it down.
Giannetto, right wing for the Cats, feeds back to Capello. Near side corner, his three pops in and out. Voss gets the rebound, clear out to Henderson. Brooks will pick up Henderson. That's the matchup, and we mentioned in the first half that Brooks did a nice job guarding on him as Prince Jala gets off the bench, and he's ready to check in on the next dead ball. Bobcats could use his production out there on the floor, that's for sure. Inside of the big man, playing with a couple fouls, as it looks like Houston's going to pick up a foul as he just kind of slapped on the wrist of the big man, and Emmanuel Fonde, and Fonde will head to the line for 2 free throws. In that first half for Fonde, he had 4 points, and he went 0 of 1 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Dalen didn't try to push him out of bounds or out of the post until he got the basketball. You've got to do your work way before that.
Line drive hits off the back of the iron. It's no good for Fonde on the first one. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Prince will check in for Braden Weatherly, who pops out of the game early on in the second half. There's 1:15 into the second half here. 1:13, I guess, if you want to get technical about it, Dylan. Second free throw is good for Fonde, and it's a 4-0 run for Hoover to begin the second half. Prince Jala, left high post, got the basketball, feeds to Giannetto, now back to Jala. Now over to Brooks, right wing, guarded by Henderson. Brooks looking off a screen. Capello gets the basketball, sets a screen for Giannetto. Now back to the top of the key to Brooks. Brooks a crossover, and Henderson picks him up. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jala goes in, kicks it back to Houston. 3, it's good! And a huge bucket right there is Dalen Houston. 5 points in the game in his first 3 of the night.
Great patience by the Bobcats, and nice find by Prince Jala.
6 minutes to go in the third quarter. 34-27 is the score. Voss, quick pull again. He got the feed, and the 3 is no good. This is a very good three-point shooting team. You have to get out there. Trayshawn Brooks got bumped, hit the deck. He's fine. He'll bring it over the Cat logo at midcourt into the front court. Cats going left to right on your radio dial here in the second half.
Bobcats going straight mismatch of Fonde. Prince Jala has him taking him off the bounce.
Jala quickly back to Capello. Capello back to Jala. Turnaround jumper, right block, no good. Houston got the rebound, feed out to Giannetto. 3, splash! Left wing, it's good for Giannetto, his first 3 of the night. And just like that, the Cats have it back within 4.
Yeah, Dalen Houston hit the top floor, getting that offensive rebound, kicked it right out to Carter, and the junior shooter was just right there with the three-pointer.
5 minutes to go, third quarter. Bobcats with a 3 for the Hoover Huskies from straight on. It's no good by Henderson. Capello with the rebound. Up court to Houston. Now to Giannetto in the far side quarter. Giannetto will dribble it back out to the top of the key. And he'll give it to Capello.
Bobcats look so much different offensively with a playmaker like Prince in the post.
Prince will get the feed from Capello. Turn around on, uses the glass, misses it, but gets the follow back, and the Cats are back within 2 as Prince Jala now with 5 points in the game. That's huge, as Fonde did not follow that defensively, and Jala got the easy rebound to the putback. Henderson drives, though, to answer. His layup is in and out. Houston tried to get the rebound, and they're looking for a technical foul on Houston, but the officials will talk to Houston, and he slammed the basketball down on the floor. That one a little out of frustration because he was trying to go. Cats knew they had an opportunity to tie the game up there, and I think it was one of those things where he just disappointed he didn't get to that play right there. Jala's going to pick up a foul as Fonde got the inbounds, and a hold is going to be called on Prince Jala. That will be his 3rd of the game, and unfortunately, as he gets into the game and makes an impact, he's going to be out of the game here shortly.
That's a ticky-tack foul.
Yeah.
That was one where, oh my goodness, that is real ticky-tack.
Henderson at the top of the key now after they swing it around the perimeter on the inbound. Fonde inside against Eisenbarth, and boy, Eisenbarth going to pick up a foul. The shot is good as Fonde hits it off the glass. And a three-point play to make it an opportunity for a three-point play as Fonde will head to the free throw line. I guess I didn't really see that foul right there either from Eisenbarth.
If you're going to front him the backside, they're going to have to come much quicker. Carter Giannetto late on that double.
Fonde makes it a three-point play. It's 37-32 now. Fonde will check out. He hasn't played many consecutive minutes here tonight.
No, but the minutes he's played have been very, very, very productive. It'll be interesting to see how long Coach can go with Prince on the bench.
Noticeable difference maker, that is for sure. Capello turns it over as he was looking for Eisenbarth. Henderson just flies right by Eisenbarth, and Henderson's first bucket in quite some time. He has 14 on the night.
Yeah, it's a quick surge, 5-0 run to make it back to a 7-point game.
Dylan Houston down low on the right block, and a travel's going to be called. That's a good call. He kind of shuffled those feet just a little bit as he was trying to set up his spin move inside. His guarding was Abe Voss. Turnover on the Bobcats. 7-point lead for Hoover with 3:20 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, you know it's working in his head. How long do you wait? How long do you wait before you allow Prince to come back out? And Voss just takes it in. Abe Voss with a quick baseline drive for the bucket, back up to 9 quickly.
Yeah, his second bucket of the night. He has 4, and a timeout's going to be called with 3:02 to go in the third quarter. It's 41-32. Bobcats down by 9 on their home floor on George Funk Court inside the Roundhouse on KFJB-TV.
The insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Jackson Bowie and you're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
41-32, Bobcats trailing inside their home floor on the Marshalltown Roundhouse. As a great crowd has turned out here tonight for a matchup of two very good teams. Bobcats at 8-2 and Hoover is at 5-2 coming into this one in an Iowa Alliance matchup here tonight. Brooks on the inbounds, gets it, takes it immediately right in. No foul call as he hits the deck. Brooks with 8 points in the game, 41-34 as the Cats get a bucket back right there.
As atrocious and ticky-tack, and now we get an offensive foul.
An illegal screen is going to be set by Harvey Bell, and it's back the other way. Harvey Bell will pick up his first foul of the night. Officials will get after Prince Jala apparently not checking in the correct way as he'll now come into the game.
As will Fonde coming right back in as well.
Brooks will get the inbounds with 2.5 minutes to go inside the Roundhouse in the third quarter. Red and blue go to work offensively. Jala immediately in the game, gets the basketball, crosses over, feeds it back out left wing. Brooks has it. Around the perimeter they'll go. Giannetto now dribbles to the top of the key. Over to Jala, around the perimeter, back to Jala, left wing, now back to the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Houston goes inside, left high post, looking for a pass, finally finds Brooks. Brooks will take the three. Boy, that's a pure bucket right there from the right wing as Brooks gets the three, his first one of the night. It's 41-37. Hoover on top by 4, but Brooks feeling it here tonight.
Yeah, shot clock at the end. Brooks lined up and has 11 points on the night.
Jala off of his feet with a great block on Emmanuel Fonde, and the other way, the Bobcats with it. Get themselves within 1, depending on what the bucket is here. Down by 4. Jala inside. Kicks out to Houston. Houston maybe looking back for Jala, but nothing there. Fonde guarding on Jala. Brooks drives in, kicks out 3. That's trying to get back within 1, and that one's off the back of the iron. Clear out to Henderson. No good on the 3 for Capello.
That was a really good look for the Bobcats.
Henderson cross-court pass, gives it over to Elijah Voss. Kicks it back to the top of the key to the other Voss. Now over to Henderson. Slices in between two guys. Houston tried for the slap and the miss, but the shot was just off the mark. Hits the glass, and it's no good. Brooks back down the court quickly. Gives it back to Jala. Crosses over. Gets Fondé off. Scoop and scored! No! Call off the bucket. It is no good, as it is going to be a travel on Prince Jala, according to the official underneath the bucket. Head coach Michael Apple does not like the call, and it's back to Hoover with 45 seconds and counting in the third quarter, as Hoover leads it by 4.
He anticipated the travel call. He never pulled his pivot feet. That's an absolute terrible call.
Henderson, right wing. He'll pull it out as he was looking to maybe go inside, but he'll get back towards midcourt. Now comes inside. Houston steps out on him. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Feed over to Voss. Voss has to get rid of it. Inside to Fondé, guarded by Jala. Jala with his hands up, cedes some ground. Fondé with a bucket inside. 43-37. 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. Brooks angle dribbles to the top of the key after bringing it up the far side. Brooks drives in. Shot's no good. A foul's going to be called on the floor as we see a reach-in foul, I believe, on Malachi Johnson-Bassey. And so that is going to be a foul on Johnson-Bassey, his first foul of the night. Bobcats will inbound. Quick catch and shoot. 3 is no good. Jala with the tough rebound. Yeah, he was fouled inside, as a foul's going to come in on Elijah Voss or maybe Henderson. I'm not sure. Henderson's acting like he was the one that committed the foul, and it is his first of the night. Third team foul. 2 seconds to go in the third quarter, as that was a pretty good look for Capello. Couldn't get it, and Prince Jala almost got the putback. Catch and shoot. Oh, boy. Cats have not got it figured out in the last seconds to end quarters, and that's hurt them here tonight. They are down by 6 as we enter the fourth quarter inside the Roundhouse. 8 minutes to go here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from. Visit WanderingCreekGolf.com for more information.
The Bobcat Nation, this is Jackson Eisenbarth. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
43-37, 8 minutes to go in the basketball game. Time for a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Here tonight, discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines.
Yeah, BCO UW find themselves down 37-27 to Collins Maxwell at the half. Ames leads Ottumwa 28-13. Des Moines East 43, Fort Dodge 34 at the end of 3. Roland Story 60, South Hamilton 32 at the end of 3. At the end of 3, AP leads East Marshall 70-35.
Well, the Bobcats got it back within 4 in that third quarter, but then not able to draw any closer than that, and they find themselves down by 6 as we enter the fourth quarter here tonight. Some guys in some foul trouble here tonight. They're going to have to work themselves back into this one here down as Hoover begins the fourth quarter with the basketball. Henderson looks at the shot clock with 18 seconds on it. Brooks almost forces a turnover, hits the deck, can't quite get to the basketball. Henderson passes it back up court to Voss. Voss to the other Voss. Now back to the other Voss, as Elijah Voss has it at the free throw stripe. Back to the other Voss in Abe Voss. Now to Henderson. Henderson forces a shot at the shot clock. That should have been a violation, but they do not call it. Bobcats get the basketball regardless. 7:17 and counting in the fourth quarter. Brooks with it at the top of the key, guarded by Henderson. Coming up from the right post is Jolly. He comes down, and a block from behind. Emmanuel Fondé taps that one out of bounds, and it will be Bobcat basketball. I don't know how. The officials missing that one. The shot was blocked from behind, and finally they get together, and it will be Bobcat basketball. Officials not very patient with the Bobcats here tonight, and it's like, I don't know, it's almost vindictive.
There's a couple. It definitely looks like they want to call a technical at some point. It's a lot of the glaring and the stare down of the coaching staff that is completely unnecessary.
Yeah. We didn't come here to watch the officials. 43-37, 7 minutes to go. Inbounds to Jala. Jala dribbles out to the left wing. Cats down by 6. Brooks looks at the clock. We're under 7. Jala dribbles down to the right wing, the right block. Now he feeds it to Capello, back to Jala, and Jala kicks it back out left wing to Giannetto. Inlet it into Houston. Shot comes, and a shot clock violation on the Bobcats. Turnover, 6:43 to go in the game. It's back to Hoover.
Yeah, absolutely. They were methodical, looking to get a good shot, but again, the shot clock gets them and not able to even get an attempt.
Malachi Johnson-Bassey at the top of the key. He walked with it. No call. As Capello gets the basketball, feeds it up court to Brooks. Brooks goes inside. Layup is no good, but flying in is Houston. He is bumped from behind on his putback. Shot is no good, but 2 free throws coming for Dalen Houston with 6:17 to go in the basketball game.
Yeah, I think this is the 5 that the Bobcats want to roll with as long as humanly possible. It's the one giving them the most offensive punch, and they've been quite good defensively as well.
Prince with 3, and that's really the only guy on the floor right now in foul trouble. As Houston at the line, he's got 2 fouls to his name. Houston drops in the first free throw, a much-needed free throw at that. 1 more to come. Been a pretty clean second half for the most part. 4 team fouls for Hoover, 3 team fouls for the Bobcats. And Dalen Houston gets both free throws. 5 points in the second half. He has 7 on the evening. 43-39, back to a 4-point game. This has been the mark the Bobcats have not gotten over since early in the game. And here in the second half, it's been a 4-point affair as the closest margin, and that's where we stand right now. Voss back to Henderson, a quick give and go, 3 right wing. Boy, 4, and then they're back up again by 7.
Yeah, you get it where he's just able to step right into the 3. It was just a shooting drill right there.
Hey, a quick swing around the perimeter. They drop it into Houston. Back to Jala at the top. Goes in between 2 guys. Toss it up. Count the bucket. Yeah, and a free throw going to come here. Count the bucket and a free throw for Prince Jala. Great move inside.
Yeah, Prince was able to get Fandea up and then just swing around him and use a nice reverse spin off the glass for 2.
Free throw is no good, though, as Prince Jala can't make it a 3-point play.
Bobcats struggled Thursday night up at Ames getting over the hump. They found themselves in the same position here tonight.
And free throws, kind of the name of the game. Elijah Voss on a baseline drive, guarded by Houston. Almost popped that ball out of there. They get it to Henderson at the left wing. Drives in against Brooks. Goes off the bottom. Shot hits the bottom of the glass. And they're going to call a foul on Brooks. Second foul of the night on Brooks. It sends Henderson to the line for 2 free throws. 67% free throw shooter on the season. First one is good. Second trip of the night. He is 3 of 3 at the stripe. .5:11 on the clock remaining in this one. And Henderson makes both free throws. And it makes it 48-41, a 7-point game with 5:11 to go in the basketball game. Dylan kind of at a pivotal moment here with the timeout on the floor as the Bobcats will have a little bit of time to think about this offensive possession. You're down by 7, 5 minutes to go in this one. It's been all Hoover throughout pretty much this entire game. How do you swing that momentum back on your side and get that pendulum back in your favor?
Though right now, offensively, get the ball in Prince's hands, allow him to go to be able to create. Some of it will be a bucket, but he's also a very good passer. Defensively, you have to try to keep the ball out of Chase Henderson's arms out of his hands and not allow the shooters just to step into wide open threes.
Malachi Johnson Bassey's only has 2 points here tonight. We've seen Romero Talbert check in. He has a bucket to his name, but there's not one other guy beside Henderson and Elijah Voss who really threaten you here tonight. So do you think it's a lot of help? We saw a little bit of help early on in the game here tonight, but haven't seen a whole lot in the second half.
Yeah, I really think Fonday, I think, has really given us the worst matchup problem. He does have 10 points, but he's so big, and being left-handed has really kept the interior defense, especially Prince Jala, on his heels.
So the Bobcats out of the timeout with the basketball down by 7, approaching the 5-minute mark inside the roundhouse. Jala top of the key has it. Fonday guarding on Jala. Bobcats don't go inside on him. Drop it into Houston. Left block, feed out, top of the key. 3 is off the mark, off the left side of the rim. Rebound, Elijah Voss, as Capeyu couldn't hit on the 3.
Yeah, Drake shot it really well last night, not shooting the ball well at all here tonight.
Voss guarded by Houston. Drop it in to the big man and Fonday. And he puts on a nice move with that left hand past Prince Jala. Fonday with the 12. It's back to a 9-point game.
He's getting his post up a foot underneath the basket. There's no way to defend him when you allow him to get that deep.
Capeyu around the perimeter. Brooks has it. Right wing. Right high post jumper. It's good. Trayshawn Brooks is having a good night tonight. He has 13 for the Cats. Back to 7.
Yeah, he's been really good tonight. Able to hit it from deep, mid-range, and get into the rack.
Henderson almost loses the basketball. Jala comes up to help out as Brooks is guarding on him. Brooks stepping out on the left wing on Henderson. Henderson with a push out. Hey, you can't get that arm extension with that offensive player, but get away with it right there. Drops it into Fonday, guarded by Jala. Brooks goes in, steals that ball away. That's going to be a travel. Yeah, Fonday took a little step. He was trying to pass it out to the right wing, but somebody stepped out on Romero Talbert, and it's going to be a turnover on Hoover with 3:36 to go in the fourth quarter. 7-point game, much needed turnover right there, forced by that Bobcat defense.
Yeah, great job. And it all about you don't allow him to set up right underneath the hoop. Push him out 6, 7, 8 feet.
Timeout taken by head coach Michael Apple. We'll take it with him right here on your home for the Cats, down by 7 on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you to understand today's financial landscape and how to be positioned for the long term. Edward Jones can give you the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Prince Jala and you're watching Bobcat Basketball at KFJB-TV.
50-43, 3.5 minutes to go in the basketball game here tonight inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse on George Funk Court. I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Doze alongside me as Prince Jala checks out of the game. Giannetto, Brooks, Houston, Eisenbarth, Capeyu, the 5 of the floor for the red and blue.
Yeah, I don't anticipate Prince being on the bench for too long there, just probably getting a quick breath.
We've not seen Braden Weatherly in a while either here tonight. I didn't see if he got injured or anything of that nature, but we've seen pretty much 6 main guys tonight. Brooks holds, he's fouled. Henderson will pick up his 2nd of the night as Brooks kind of held the shot at the free throw stripe, puts it up, shot was no good, and that will send John Brooks to the line for 2 free throws, as that is actually number 4 on Fonday. They're going to call it on him. And so that will be his 4th of the night. 6th team foul. Bobcats with 1 more, and they will be in the bonus from here on out. Brooks puts in the first free throw tonight in the second half. He made 2 of his 2 free throws in the first half. Trayshawn Brooks coming in 73% at the free throw line. Bobcats as a team 69% at the free throw line. First one will hit the iron, or second one, hits the iron and drops in Brooks now 4 of 4 at the free throw line. It's a 5-point game inside the Roundhouse with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
The junior point guard's been really good on both ends of the court here tonight.
A little bit of a coming out party here tonight.
Yep.
Elijah Voss drives down the right side of the paint. Dalen Houston shuts it down. They have to reset offensively. 14 seconds and counting on the shot clock. Henderson crosses over Brooks, drives inside. They hesitate. Henderson will be fouled. Bobcats slid late, and Houston's going to pick up his third foul of the night.
Yeah, he came down, tried to go straight up, but got caught with his arms coming down.
Henderson rattles in the first one. He's 5 of 5 at the line. Second one to come, and it's good as well. 6 of 6 at the stripe. Back to a 7-point game. Every time gets near 4.
Yep.
They find a way to pull away again.
It's the ozone layer, it's seemingly, for the Bobcats.
Bassey with his hands all over Capello trying to cut up from a screen. Top it in to Houston, right block. Voss guarding, uses a glass, it's 2, and it's good for Houston. We need to see a little more of that here tonight, as Houston's been minimally involved on the offensive end of things.
Yeah, he's been effective when he's gone with it, but not a lot of touches for 3-4.
He's got 9 points in the game. Henderson on a baseline drive, kicks out. Elijah Voss 3, near side 3 again.
He is a shooter.
Every time, yeah. Elijah Voss, his third 3 of the game, 55-47. Prince takes it inside, and a foul's going to be called. And that will send Prince to the line for the 1-and-1 as the Bobcats now in the bonus. Marquise Harvey-Bell will pick up his second of the night. 6'7" sophomore. Last year he played at Des Moines Lincoln and now at Hoover this year. Front half of the 1-and-1. Jollitt's good. He'll earn the bonus. This one to cut it to a 2-possession game. And he will not. But he gets the rebound, and the putback is good, and that will. A huge bucket right there. Back to a 5-point game.
Yeah, Prince was able to get it a fight over the ball between 2 Hoover players, and Prince was right there to clean up his own mess and get the 3-point play in the most unusual of ways.
55-50 with 1:41 to go in the basketball game, as head coach Courtney Henderson's got a lot of hustle on that side of things. They're not real deep, like we mentioned. Bobcats not the deepest team as well, but boy, Hoover, you have to like their style of play. Pretty good basketball school, and challenge the Cats here tonight. Down to crunch time, though. Cats have to come up with some turnovers on the defensive end.
Yeah, this really was the game I think we both thought we'd see. Is not going to have a lot of turnovers. You're going to see good shooting. You're going to see good offensive basketball. And when you have Chase Henderson, a really prolific point guard, able to pass it, able to score it, you're going to have a good ball club. Fonday's really been when you looked at the stat sheet, he's kind of the one that's jumped off of having a huge impact that I was not anticipating.
Yeah, he's really played well. I mean, he came in averaging 4 points per game, and here tonight, he has himself
a dozen?
Yeah, I believe so, 12. Backcourt pressure being put on for the Cats. By the Cats now defensively. Henderson, 10 seconds, does not get it over. There's one turnover that the Bobcats need. They'll probably need a couple more than that, but 10-second backcourt violation as it is a turnover, and back to the Bobcats trailing by 5. Can they get over that 4-point hump that's been evading them all night? We'll find out on this possession right here. Jala left wing to Brooks. Again, Malachi Johnson-Bassey with his hands all over Capello here tonight. Kind of pushed right there as Capello came up and caught that one.
As ticky-tack as it seems to be at points, he's just been able to grab them both hands.
13 seconds on the shot clock. 3, and there you go. Finally got a big one. Back within 2 as Houston hits a 3 from the left wing. 55-53. Under a minute to go inside the roundhouse, and the student section coming alive as well as everybody else inside the roundhouse. And a timeout going to be taken by the Hoover Huskies.
Yeah, Dalen with a huge 3. He's got 10 of his 12 in the second half, 7 here in the fourth.
Huge turnover with the backcourt violation. Turns into the 3 with Houston. And now right here you go to work defensively again. What is Hoover going to try to do on this possession?
I anticipate Chase Henderson looking to drive off of that and get into the lane. I would not be surprised if they didn't go kick out to Eli Voss. He's been in the corner in the wings knocking down the 3. So if I'm the Bobcats, I'm getting the ball out of Henderson's hands quickly. Maybe run that secondary player back at him as they did at the end of the first half and really try to make somebody else beat you.
Coming up after the game tonight, we will head to our locker room report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. We'll have our post-game chat with head coach Michael Apple, all presented by Laurel Diesel Services. I want to remind you, coming up Thursday night, it is Bobcat Live at Zeno's in Marshalltown. Join us from 6 to 7 for Bobcat Live. We'll talk girls and boys basketball as well as girls and boys bowling here on KFJB-TV. Dylan Dose will be alongside me. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks for joining us tonight. Things getting a little hairy late inside the roundhouse. Giannetto guards on Henderson. A baseline drive. Count the bucket for 2. Back to a 4-point game. Under 40 seconds. Brooks up high. Henderson guarding on him. A swing around the perimeter. Houston has it. Jala back to Caballo. Sets a screen. Back to Jala. Top of the key. Got to go inside. Feed back to Houston. He's on the near side. Hoover fans going crazy. Jala goes inside. Count the bucket. Fonde could not shut him down, and Jala gets a 2-point bucket. And a timeout's going to be called to the floor. 2-point game, 57-55. Assistant coach Brynjar sent out on the floor talking with the officials, not liking something that was going on.
It's been really uneven officiating, plus there's another second and a half that went off the clock. Should be about 15 seconds left in this game.
13.3 seconds left on the clock. 2-point game. I mean, you're hoping for a turnover on the inbounds, right?
Yeah.
You're going to put on that backcourt pressure, but if they get into the front court, the last guy you want at the line is Henderson because he's pretty much clutch for 2 free throws.
Yeah, he's been really good here tonight from the line. Look to try to deny him the basketball. Usually the Bobcats will allow the pass to come in full court. I would be intrigued to see if they don't put length on the ball underneath the hoop.
They did put 2 seconds back on the clock at 15 and a half seconds to go in this one inside the roundhouse. Boy, we haven't said it this year, Dylan, but the Cardiac Cats coming alive late here tonight. They need it.
Yeah, looks like they're going to allow the ball to come in with Carter Giannetto giving token pressure on the end line.
Bobcats have to commit 2 fouls to get Hoover to the line, so they're going to have to foul one more time here. That's the 6th team foul. 14 seconds left to go.
And to that point, it will be a 1-and-1 next time when they get the basketball. So the Hoover will have to make their free throws
to close this one out here tonight. Inbounds to Hoover, and it was tipped, but it is into the backcourt, and it's out of bounds, they say, on the Bobcats. Capeyu got a piece of it, and then Henderson went after it, but they say Henderson did not touch that one, so.
That was a terrible pass. I think they made the right call. I believe it was off of Drake, but that was risky, risky, risky.
And another timeout on the floor with 13 seconds to go in this one. All right, Dylan, take me inside the huddle.
All right, what they're looking here to do is pressure that inbounds, and then you've got to foul as quickly as possible. Now, if you're on Hoover's side, you're getting Henderson. You're getting him to sprint towards the ball. You want him to get the ball and put it into his hands. If you're the Bobcats, if you're Drake Capello, you want to deny. Make sure somebody else has to beat you from the foul line. You do not have time to wait around sometimes. Hey, do you try a trap and then foul? No, you have to go straight. If you get the tip off the inbounds pass, great. Otherwise, you got to foul immediately.
Now to see if that all comes to fruition. Henderson does sprint to the ball, and he's going to be fouled as 2 seconds come off the clock. 11.7 seconds remaining in this one. A 2-point game as Hoover leads by 2, 57-55. It's a 1-and-1 situation. Second foul of the night on Giordano's 7th team foul. Both teams with 7 here in the second half, so 1-and-1.
No timeouts left for anybody.
And the first one is good. Bobcats have to hope he misses a second one.
I do not. His stroke does not look like a 67% free throw shooter.
No. Looks like a 96% free throw shooter. I mean, there's just nothing phasing him.
No, he is as good as advertised. He's got 25, just one over his average.
8 of 8 at the line tonight. 4-point game. Bobcats will need 2 buckets to get back into this one. Brooks, way up high, takes a 3. Pure right there, gets him back within 1. Inbounds. I thought the clock should have stopped after the shot was made. Officials are content with it. And that will end the game. 3 is good by Brooks there was about 3 seconds left at that. 59-58 the final score. Bobcats fall at home inside the Roundhouse on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Coming up, post-game statistics, a check of the area scoreboard, and post-game reaction. The Locker Room Report on KFJB-TV, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Well, a close one tonight, and the Bobcats come up on the short end of it. They fall to 8-3. Hoover's now 6-2 on the season, as the Bobcats 58, and Hoover with one more at 59. here tonight. Welcome into the Locker Room Report, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown. Elijah Voss with 13-23 for Chase Henderson for the Hoover Huskies. Emmanuel Fonde, he comes out, I guess, of hiding. He had 4 points per game coming in, and Bobcats make him look like an all-star at 12 points here tonight as the lefty put on a pretty good show down in the paint. Dalen Houston with 12 points to come up second in leading scorer tonight for the Bobcats. But Trayshawn Brooks with 18. He had a 3 at the buzzer, well, just before the buzzer, as 12 points for Prince Jolly here tonight. And it's interesting, if Prince would have been out there for maybe even another 4 or 5 minutes in this game, he might have had even more, near 20 points, but he sat so much on the bench in foul trouble. It's hard to get just a bearing, but we know that he makes a huge difference, and without him tonight, it was noticeable.
Yeah, I really thought that you knew what Henderson was going to do. I thought the Bobcats did a really good job with Voss. Really, the guy who hurt them was Fonde, and part of it wasn't just the 12 points. He's the one who put Prince on the bench with those 2 quick fouls, and then picked up that third foul as well. So Prince not on the floor. Bobcats really struggled at points. Trey Brooks had his best all-around game. I thought even though Henderson had his average, I thought Trey was very good on him tonight.
Coming up in the Locker Room Report, we'll get a area scoreboard update. We'll also talk to head coach Michael Apple. This is the Locker Room Report. You're listening to News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM and watching on KFJB-TV.
And save for your child to go to college. But medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Pence Appliance and TV. For sales and service of everything appliance, come see the Pence team. Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. The Embers, independent living for active seniors. Marshalltown, a worldwide leader in tool manufacturing.
Back in on the Locker Room Report right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV, all brought to you by Wells Fargo Advisors. Now time for an area scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Dylan?
Yeah, after scoring 85 points in a loss last night, Ottumwa was down 41-22 at the end of 3 against Ames. BCOUW lost to Collins Maxwell 50-39 tonight. Grundy Center took care of Olwine 70-43. Des Moines East 10 better than Fort Dodge 56-46. Roland Story took it to South Hamilton 74-43, and Nevada lost to Clear Lake 67-50, and East Marshall, the Fightin' Dillondoses, lose to Appleton Parkersburg 85-40.
Bummer.
Yeah, not a good showing here tonight.
That is an area scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines. Coming up on Friday night, we will name our player of the week, all brought to you by Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill in Marshalltown, awarding a free pizza to our player of the week. We'll name that after the game on Friday night on the road at Waterloo East. This is the Locker Room Report. We'll talk to Coach coming up next right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
In today's world, you are what you put on social media. If you don't believe me, go check out Calvin Rocket on Facebook. Not only will you find enticing pictures of delicious specials and favorite menu items, you'll also see a whole lot of Bobcat pride. From football to fine arts and everything in between, Calvin Rocket is always sharing what makes them proud to be Bobcats. Keep up to date with Calvin Rocket specials and events at facebook.com/Calvin Rocket Marshalltown. Share the pride, and don't forget to share the cheese curds.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. The city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat athletics.
Why choose Marshalltown Community College for your education?
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
It is the Locker Room Report here on KFJB-TV. Now joined by head coach Michael Apple. Our post-game chat all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services in Marshalltown. Coach, you come up by 1 point short. It was just that 4-point margin. It just seemed like in the second half you guys weren't able to break that until a little bit too late here in this one. But, boy, what a tough matchup. Seems like the Huskies, they came out with a good game plan. We talked about in the pregame about getting them in foul trouble, and they kind of took that to you guys early on with some foul trouble with Prince Jala specifically with a couple early ones.
They did. You know, they did a good job of getting it into 44 and putting that pressure on Prince. And, you know, he got in foul trouble and Drake got in foul trouble early on as well. So that made it tough for us when those two when we can't play those too much of that first half.
Yeah, that is for sure. Of course, here tonight, the Hoover Huskies with 5 really strong players on that starting lineup. I guess, what did you think was the biggest thing for them offensively that they got going early on, and then you made Brooks the change? He started guarding Henderson. They kind of slowed him down a little bit, but they were able to get inside with a little bit more of a post presence than we kind of expected here tonight.
Yeah, you know, 44 is a load in there, and he did a nice job, and as a team they did a nice job of get it in there to him, and obviously Henderson's tough to slow down as well. So between him and Voss, he kind of our game plan was to kind of pressure them and make it tough for them to get it. And when you do that, sometimes your help side isn't quite there because you got guys in positions that are normally supposed to help and they're not there. So it's just an adjustment on that end. But, for the most part, our guys' effort was there tonight. They played extremely hard, so I'm proud of that. It's just, they're a good team, and they made some good plays there at the end to hold that lead off.
And Trey Brooks plays kind of that traditional point guard. He likes to pass first, get other people involved. But tonight he was very aggressive offensively, and he had his best offensive night as a Bobcat. But I think even though Henderson got his average, you could say Trey was pretty good defensively as well.
He was. He did a nice job on him. He pressured him and made it tough for him. We tried to double him anytime a ball screen came, so that kind of, get the ball out of his hands as well, and they kind of figured that out and went away from that as well. So just a really well-coached team. Coach Henderson's really good. So, it was a battle tonight. We had our chances. I felt like we missed some opportunities offensively where the guys are open and we're just not seeing them right now. And we got to see those guys. This is going to make the game so much simpler if we do that and just hit the open man and go from there.
Yeah, you talk about that, just finding the little thing here or there. You've lost a couple games over the past week, close ones to Ames and here tonight against Hoover, but it hasn't been for the lack of effort and different things. It's just, do you kind of feel like maybe a little bit of injury trouble here and there, and then also just guys kind of clicking on the same page is just maybe hurting you a little bit in these big-time games?
It is. I mean, it is. It's, we haven't had our full lineup all since Christmas break, so we finally have that now, and the guys are feeling healthy. I know Dalen kind of twisted his ankle there that first half, but I think that's just something minor. But it's just gonna with just having our full lineup. It just sometimes takes a little time. Obviously, playing last night as well. We're not gonna make excuses, but that sometimes isn't easy to do. With some of our guys playing as much as they did last night as well. So. We're okay. We got a long season. That was kind of what our message was in the locker room. I said, hey, we're playing hard. You guys are bought in. You want to learn. You want to get better. So we'll be fine.
Yeah, still a long season to go. That's for sure.
Yeah, we have Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday at Waterloo East. Very talented club, good team. What's your message? What's your process on Wednesday and Thursday to get a win on Friday?
Well, we gotta just keep improving. It's consistency every day. How much better are we going to get every single day? And that doesn't change anything. We can't feel sorry for ourselves. Waterloo East doesn't care. They're going to be ready to play. So just learning every day, improving every single day. Just be there for each other and be good teammates and continue to get better.
Last time Waterloo East and Marshalltown met, it was in the playoffs right here inside the Roundhouse. You guys got a big win in the playoffs, so I know you want to keep the momentum rolling against Waterloo East. It'll be a tough challenge on Friday night. Coach, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you then.
Thank you, guys.
Thursday as well, all right? We'll talk to you on Bobcat Live, which is from 6 to 7 on Thursday night as well. That's our postgame chat with Coach L, brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. We'll wrap things up from inside the Roundhouse next, right here on the Locker Room Report on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Golf doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full-swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from. Visit wanderingcreekgolf.com for more information.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around Central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
59-58, again the final score tonight inside the Roundhouse. A close one, but the Cats come up short here tonight against the Hoover Huskies. Cats now 8-3 on the season with a road date with Waterloo East coming up on Friday night. You'll catch the game, doubleheader, girls-boys, on the Friday showcase. Pre-game show starts at 6. Tip-off is at 6:15. As Waterloo East matches up with your Marshalltown Bobcats on Friday night. Especially the boys' game, because we know we saw that one last year in a matchup in the playoffs. Got to be a very, very good test for the Bobcats again in an Iowa Alliance Conference matchup.
Yeah, Kewan Jones, I believe it's Jones is his last name. Is very good player, bigger kid, athletic, can
Loves
shoot
the
it
three
a little
ball.
bit. And that's where they got in trouble. He hit it early. Once he lost some of his breath in that second half, he was settling for threes, and that's where the Bobcats move. But Kewan is quite a good player, and they've got other pieces as well. A team that's defeated Cedar Falls this year, and the other matchup against them took them to overtime. You cannot overlook the Waterloo East Trojans.
No, that is for sure. We look forward to bringing you that one on Friday night. Meanwhile, we'll talk to you on Thursday night from Zeno's in downtown Marshalltown. It's Bobcat Live from 6 to 7. We'll talk girls, boys basketball and girls, boys bowling as well. Coming up, grab some pizza and join us for Bobcat Live on Thursday night. For my counterpart, Dylan Dose, as no, we did not hear him sing It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood tonight, but
we can start now.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day
Thanks
in the neighborhood.
Thanks so much to Keith Stewart on
Won't
camera,
you be
as
mine?
well as Jesse McMeyer.
This is for you,
a.k.a.
Brooks.
DeMeyer, as well as our producer, Ian Zach Tomish tonight. I'm Brandon Lewis. You've been watching Bobcat basketball right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Today's game was brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Assured Partners, Legends American Grill, Jensen Ford, Sports Plus, Sports Medicine, Edward Jones, Zach Wall, Capone and Brown, Wayward Social, Zeno's, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown Community College, The Embers, Marshalltown, Bruin Manufacturing, Ken's Transmission, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill, Top Crafters, Marshalltown Hy-Vee.
Wow,